Hi everybody, June here from Red Daisy Crafts. Are you ready to get started on your Christmas cards? I have the best kit for you because this is so fun and easy. It's no stamping. It's just all the pieces to make these beautiful cards. So let's take a look at what's inside. I'm going to take you to the table. All right, so inside the kit, you're going to make eight cards total, 4 of 2 designs, and you're going to get the full instructions in color on how to create them. It comes in a cute little box, and you're going to get all the pieces. So here are the card bases for this kit. So they are 2 different tones of a kind of plaid, a little bit of a watercolor look. We have like a light blue, like a pool party, and over here we have a little bit of a Lost Lagoon on a white card base. These are standard cards, A2, 5.5 by 4.25 will be the finished size. There's going to be all kinds of beautiful little elements inside these cards. You're going to get the sentiments already printed on black little tags with white print. Sending loads of Christmas cheer, joyful Christmas wishes, and I think those are the sentiments that are used inside here. So just so cute. And then we have these lovely red trucks that are so nostalgic. They are just going to make the cutest card, y'all. And then we have some little scenic layers to put into the cards as well. You're going to get these beautiful card envelopes to go with your kit. You're going to get all your adhesive that you need to put the kit together. And this is so great. I am going to show you in another video how easy it is to put this card kit together. Okay, everybody, we are going to put 2 of the cards together. I'm going to show you how easy this is to go together. So we just have these pieces here. Now I am going to take off of here. We're going to get a little dog for each of the cards. So we have that. Each one's going to get a tree. So I'm popping those out so you can see it's so simple. They're each going to get a little thing of packages, okay? So I'm just setting that aside, and then we are going to need the Joyful Christmas Wishes for this card. And then we are going to get the Sending Loads of Cheer for this card. Then we're going to need one of each of the trucks. So that one's going to go there, and that one's going to go there. And now we are going to put these together, and I'm going to show you how easy it is, okay? All right, so we are going to start with this card first. All right, so we are going to take our pieces, and I just like to go ahead and slip them over and go ahead and put all of my adhesive on according to how the instructions show. So we have some tear and tape here, and that is going to go right on here like so. We're just going to put some at the top and the bottom of here, okay? And that is all we are using for the tear and tape. Now we're going to put on some dimensionals on our truck, okay? And I kind of follow the layout of how they are suggesting this. So one of the things they are suggesting is cutting a dimensional in half. and letting that go right on the little tire down here. Okay, then we have some dimensionals going on our sentiment label right here. Okay, and then we have, oh, did I get two? I think I didn't need both of those. All right, so these are the packages, and we're going to use the other half of the dimensional that I cut out to put onto the package piece right up here. So let me just get that situated. So right there. And then we have our, so it doesn't, okay, we don't need a tree on this one. And we don't need the dog on this one. So we have, let's see here. All right, I think that is everything we need. So let's go ahead and burnish our card base and get that all ready. Okay, my other dimensionals are trying to fall into place. All right, so I want you to notice that this truck has a little bit of an opening here, and this is where our packages are going to just tuck right in. Okay, and so you can see they're tucking right in, which is why we just wanted that dimensional to be right on that little part of it. And so now I'm just going to kind of tuck that right down. So now I'm going to add a dimensional right at the point where that comes together just to tuck that down. So now we are good on that. Okay. And so we have our truck piece. So now let's go ahead and take off the tear and tape right here. And we are going to put our layer down onto our card base. So we're just putting it on here right in the center, like so. Okay. And I'm just pressing that down. Let me just get my things in order. Okay. And then we are going to take off all of the dimensional covers on our truck with the packages. Okay. And we are going to put that down. So I think I got them all now. All right. So this is going to go right about here on our card. And then our sentiment is going to go right below it. Okay. And that is how easy this card is. Okay. And you are just going to see they are both just as easy. So that is our first card. Okay. And now let's do our second card. All right. Again, I like to just get all the pieces out here. And again, the truck has a little opening here where we are going to be setting a few things inside of there. So we have our package, we have a tree, and we don't need that tree. I got a little overzealous getting my things out. Here is our sentiment label and the truck. So the first thing we have here is we're going to add our tear and tape to this layer right here. So we're just putting it right up here at the top and then right here at the bottom. Okay. And so that is that piece. Now we are going to add to the truck. We're going to have a dimensional right here. We're going to have one on the tire and one on this tire. So now we have a couple on our sentiment label here, like so. And we're going to put a couple on the dog. So one there and one right up here, making sure we're all on the paper. All right. And then, oh, we're going to add a little tear and tape to our tree So it's going this way. And we are just putting a little bit up here on that edge. Okay, and then we are going to have one dimensional on our packages right here. Now, that seems like it's taken up a lot of room, so I am going to go ahead and just trim this off. Okay, and we're going to stick this little one right up there, like so. Now let me get it off of my scissors and we'll be good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and burnish our card base. All right, and then we are going to put our card together. All right, so this card is going to go this direction, and so we're going to take off the tape right here. Okay, and sorry for that. I hope you didn't hear my phone ringing. I don't know if that got in the video or not, but all right, I think I'm a little bit slanted, but I don't know. It seems to be okay. There you go. I think that's good. All right, so we are going to get our truck here. And inside of our truck is going to go, we're going to have our packages are going to be right down here like that. All right, so if you just tuck your packages in like that, and then we're going to have the tree also tucked in here. So I'm just, this is where I felt like this dimensional was not in the right spot. So I'm just going to get that off of there for now while we get this placement in order. But you want your tree to sit down in there like so, okay? And so now I'm just going to turn this over and I'm going to put that dimensional back on there in that spot so that we are just tacking that down. Now I'm also going to grab one more dimensional and I'm going to add it right here. Okay. Now it has the tearing tape up here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. So it looks like the tree is going to be laid down a little bit, which is only going to like add to the dimension of it all. And so I've taken off all of the dimensional covers, okay? And we are going to put our truck on here, about right here, all right? And then you're just gonna tuck down that tree. So if you can see that, it just gives a little bit of a shadow right there. So I like that. I do like that. Okay, now we have our dog. We want to put our dog on in front of the truck. Okay, so he is going to go right about here. Okay, so I'm just tucking him in right by the tire. All right, and then we have our sentiment that's going to go right up here in the corner. And covers up a good amount of that little city, but I'm just turning this around so I can make sure I get it straight on here, because what I want is I don't want it to be poking over the edge. So there. And that is card number 2. So as you can see, these are super, super easy, and they're going to make the most beautiful Christmas cards. Thanks everybody for joining me, and I hope if you have any questions, you'll let me know in the comments.